May I proceed? Okay. Tuko sawa? Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the press. This is an update on our progress investigations into the fatal shooting of Dr. Victoria Mutiso. Firstly, I would like to thank the media for the professionalism, restraint, and the responsibility that you have demonstrated in covering this tragic matter from the outset. Your measured reporting has helped protect the integrity of our active investigations, while also undertaking your duty of making sure that the public is informed. The Directorate of Criminal Investigation remains committed to transparency where it does not compromise the cause of justice. On behalf of the DCI fraternity and the National Police Service, I extend our deepest condolences to the family, colleagues and friends, and the broader mental health community mourning the loss of Dr. Victoria Mutiso. As you are all aware, Dr. Mutiso was the former director of the African Institute of Mental and Brain Health. She was a distinguished professional whose work touched countless lives. Her brutal murder is an assault not only on her person, but the values of service and public safety that we are sworn to uphold. We stand with her family in this period of profound grief. The cold-blooded murder of Dr. Victoria Mutiso was meticulously planned with ruthless and professional execution. The Directorate of Criminal Investigations has responded with an equally professional, relentless, exhaustive, and uncompromising investigation grounded firmly in forensic science, intelligence, and team collaboration. On the morning of 29th July 2026, an Uber driver received a ride request from Dr. Victoria Mutiso, and he picked her up from Tanga Heights apartment on Bamboo Lane off Riara Road and was to drop her at the Africa Institute of Mental and Brain Health offices located at Mawensi Garden off Matumbato Road within Upper Hill area. At approximately 09:23 hours, while in the Mawensi area of Upper Hill, the Uber driver came across a black Toyota Prado that had partly blocked the road. As the Uber driver slowed down, loud gunshots were heard from the rear left side where the deceased was seated. The driver saw a man wielding a pistol firing at Dr. Mutiso. He sped off, avoiding the Prado, and drove directly to Kenyatta National Hospital seeking medical assistance. Tragically, Dr. Mutiso was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. She had sustained 3 gunshot wounds, and this incident was reported at Kilimani Police Station. And officers from the local command responded rapidly to both the scene and at the hospital. DCI Kilimani initially handled the matter, and on the same day, the investigations were taken over by the DCI's Homicide Investigations Bureau, supported by forensic experts from the National Police Forensic Laboratory, the Criminal Research and Intelligence Bureau, and other specialized teams from DCI headquarters. 2 spent cartridges were recovered from the scene, and 1 bullet head was later recovered during the post-mortem examination. And all these exhibits were promptly forwarded to the National Police Service Forensic Laboratory for analysis. Immediately upon taking over the case, the multi-agency team commenced intensive intelligence-led and forensic-led inquiries, rigorous forensic analysis, detailed CCTV examination, and intelligence-led operations rapidly led investigators to 2 key suspects, Daniel Mwangi Njoroge and Kelvin Ngugi Kinuthia. Daniel Mwangi Njoroge has been established as a central organizer of the operation. He was the driver of the Land Cruiser Prado, registration number KDH 600 letter A, which was used to block the Uber driver and in which the victim was traveling immediately before the fatal shooting. Daniel Mwangi coordinated the logistics. He facilitated the movement of the execution team, and he also played a key organizational role in the entire conspiracy. 2 Toyota Prado vehicles were used by the suspects, one to block the road and the other to transport the members of the execution team. Through CCTV surveillance, the vehicles were identified as KDE 400 letter W and KDH 600 letter A. We managed to get hold of the owner of these 2 motor vehicles, who indeed confirmed to us that the 2 vehicles were hired out to Daniel Mwangi Njoroge on 29th of July 2026, and he returned the same on 30th of July 2026. We have also established that the vehicle had a tracking device, which tracking device placed the vehicle directly at the scene of the fatal shooting. Kelvin Ngugi Njoroge, Kelvin Ngugi Kinuthia, has been identified as the rider who ferried the shooter to the scene. We have also arrested him last night and as well recovered the motorbike whose registration number is KMGZ 780 Delta, and we have since impounded this motorcycle, and you will have an opportunity to view them once I'm done with this presser. And you may also wish to know that we have also forensically placed this motorbike rider to the scene of the fatal shooting. Upon interrogation of Daniel Mwangi Njoroge and Kelvin Ngugi Kinuthia, the evidence led our investigators to serving Kenya Police Service officers who apparently and unfortunately played very critical roles in the conspiracy. Inspector Kenneth Kipkemboi's son, the officer in charge of Nderi Police Post under Kikuyu Police Station, has been positively identified as the link person between the financiers and the operational team, as well as the source of the murder weapon. And this officer is currently on the run. Through analysis of evidence, thorough analysis of evidence has further established the identity of the officer who pulled the trigger. One PC Elijah Kibelion Kimoi, attached to Karinde Police Post under Kikuyu Police Station. He has equally been arrested, and again, we were able to forensically place him to the scene of the fatal shooting. He is the individual identified as having fatally shot Dr. Mutiso. The involvement of these rogue police officers represents a grave betrayal of the uniform and the public trust, and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations will pursue them with the full force of the law. Last evening, our investigators visited Nderi Police Post, and upon inspection of the armory steel box, a mini Jericho pistol, and again you'll be able to see that pistol, together with a magazine loaded with 12 rounds of 9mm ammunition, was recovered among other station firearms. And the scrutiny of the arms movement register established that the firearm had been earlier issued to Inspector Kenneth Kipkemboi's son. Today morning, this firearm was subjected to comprehensive ballistic examination at the National Police Service Forensic Laboratory. And the ballistic report has positively identified this mini Jericho pistol as the murder weapon that was used in the fatal shooting of the late Dr. Victoria Mutiso. The spent cartridges recovered from the scene and the bullet head recovered from the body during the post-mortem examination matched the test-fired specimens from this firearm. Through the interrogation of key witnesses and a detailed analysis of evidence, particulars of which cannot be fully disclosed at this stage due to the principle of sub judice, the matter currently being before court, investigators have established that the elimination of Dr. Victoria Mutiso was driven by a long-standing land dispute in a civil suit filed by one Rose Mbithe Mulwa, who is also an accused in this matter, before the Machakos law courts. Dr. Victoria Mutiso had placed a caveat on land parcel LR number 1504/13, situated within Mulolongo, Athi River Sub-County. And this action was perceived as a direct threat to the interests of certain parties involved in the ownership and control of the property. And this particular matter is also under investigation by my DCI Mulolongo. And Rose Mbithe Mulwa, the ex-wife of the deceased husband, is a main suspect in this particular matter. Investigators have further established that Rose Mbithe Mulwa and her son Christopher Mulwa were the primary organizers and financiers of the conspiracy. The evidence gathered points to their central role in conceptualizing, in directing, and facilitating the operation that culminated in the unfortunate shooting of Dr. Mutiso. You will recall that on 31st July 2026, the DCI, through the Office of the DPP, filed a notice of motion before the Chief Magistrate's Court at Milimani, seeking the continued detention of Rose Mbide Mulwa and Chris Mulwa. And the court granted us 21 days to enable us to complete this critical inquiry. On 7th of July 2026, while driving along Gong Road near Junction Mall, two unknown men on a motorcycle pointed a gun at the deceased and attempted to shoot her. She fled and reported the incident at Kilimani police station. The investigations remain active, intelligence-led, and forensic-led. Several additional leads are currently being pursued by our detectives, and the DCI is determined to identify, arrest, and bring to justice every person who played any role, whether as a financier, organizer, supplier of the firearm, the shooter, the rider, surveillance operative, or facilitator. We are also pursuing leads indicating that some of the suspects involved in this heinous crime may also be linked to the tragic drive-by shooting of lawyer Chalo Mbobu that took place on 9th September 2025 along Mbagathi Road. The Directorate of Criminal Investigations will stop at nothing to ensure that justice is fully served. No one, regardless of status, uniform, or influence, is above the law. Those who participated in this crime, those who supplied the weapon, those who financed it, those who coordinated, and those who have attempted to obstruct or mislead investigators will be held to account. We urge members of the public with any information that may assist these investigations to come forward through the established DCI channels, and all such information will be treated with the utmost confidentiality. Once again, I thank the media for your professionalism, and to the family of Dr. Victoria Mutiso, the full weight of the investigative machinery of the Republic of Kenya is behind the pursuit of justice for her. We will not rest until each and every person responsible faces the consequences of their actions. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to place on record my highest commendation to the team of officers drawn from Homicide Investigations Bureau, the National Police Forensic Laboratory, the Criminal Research and Intelligence Bureau, and other specialized units who have handled this complex and sensitive investigation very, very expeditiously. Their professionalism, courage, meticulous attention to forensic detail, and unwavering commitment to the pursuit of truth have been exemplary. In the face of a carefully planned and ruthlessly executed crime involving rogue elements within the service, these officers have demonstrated the very best of the National Police Service. And the National Police Service stands for that. Their work continues to uphold the integrity of the uniform and the confidence of the Kenyan people in the ability of the National Police Service to deliver justice without fear or favor. Thank you very much, and further updates will be provided as the investigation progresses.
Thank you, Director, for that press briefing. For the step, 3 questions.
Sorry. I think you have seen what some politicians have said about the DCI operation regarding this case, and in particular, Mr. Omyoro. I don't know what you have to say about that.
Next question.
Thank you, Bwana DCI. The killing of the lawyer, Mr. Buru, earlier, why has it taken time to unveil who are the killers?
Thank you. The last question. Any other question? I've seen my brother Samuel Leto.
I think yeah, but Director, I know it's an opportunity to come to the DCI quarters because most of the time we don't get in here. So I would like to use my opportunity quite well. Thank you for the update, but also I had an update, another update that I also wanted you just to maybe add on. It's not related to this, but it's important. There's a case that we ran on NTV on our case, so we were following on the CEO for D-Light, Mr. Imudia, and we just wanted to know probably where are we with the investigation, because we hear it's a little bit more, or you've dug so deep into it, and we want to know maybe what is the DCI doing to ensure that such kind of claims where people are using blackmail in such cases, where are we with it, and what are we doing to deal with that?
Thank you. No, we have already given you a chance.
Bwana DCI, my name is Leonard Sankre from KTN. I would want to ask, where did the 2 police officers get their guns? Who allowed this? And then 2, after Wamunyoro had talked about this, were you under pressure to deliver this presser?
Thank you. I think we are done. Our Director will answer those questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think the question asked by Mr. Umbati and the one by Linus are more or less similar. I've also had an opportunity to go through the tweet by Rigathi Gachagua. And I must say, ladies and gentlemen, that that was a very, very unfortunate and reckless statement. What we are dealing with and the matter before us is a very, very serious matter. We are not talking about his pet subject of political goonism. We are talking about a person who lost her life. I even don't know whether Rigathi had an opportunity even to pass his condolences to the family of Dr. Victoria. And it's not good for politicians to politicize matters under active investigation. You remember very well when this incident happened, we informed the country that this matter will be investigated to its logical conclusion. And we stated very, very clearly that we had persons of interest, and several of them, persons that we knew, but we were conducting our investigations very professionally and very, very meticulously. Unfortunately, what came out very, very clearly is that Honorable Rigathi Gachagua was in communication with one of our main suspects in this matter, who was feeding him with this information. And that one we were able to establish. And apparently, he also appears to have been in communication with the border rider. But what we are saying is, if really Rigathi Gachagua meant well for these particular investigations, because we are not dealing with the politics, we are dealing with a murder investigation. Instead of going to a political rally, he should have just called me or even come to my office and say, DCI, I have this information which I believe will be useful for your investigations. And I'm still urging, for purpose of record, Honorable Gachagua, if he feels that he has any information that can assist us to unravel this matter, please let him feel free and come and share that information with us. It is unfortunate that after he made that public statement, the two officers that we are talking about went underground. Some of the suspects that we arrested last evening were on the run. And they were almost crossing the international border. And we arrested them from very far, simply because of the reckless statement made by Rigathi Gachagua. So mine is to urge politicians to please desist from engaging themselves, indulging themselves in matters that are under investigations. It will not assist us. Why would a politician really want to bungle our investigations, particularly on a very, very serious matter like investigations? So I hope Linex have answered you and Umbertine. As regards the why it has taken us long to unravel the matter of the lawyer, that is a matter still under active investigations. And when we were conducting that investigation, some of the suspects in this matter, the matter of the lawyer. And we believe that in the next 1 or 2 weeks, we should be able to find out who executed the fatal killing of the lawyer. The question raised by NTV, the CEO delights, whatever, that is an information perhaps I may not be able to give you. I need to really find out what is the status of that investigations. Then perhaps on the sidelines we can discuss. Otherwise, thank you very much, and maybe at this juncture I would like to invite you to have a view of the vehicle and the recovered motorcycle. Thank you.
Asante sana mkurugenzi wetu wa idara ya upelelezi kwa kuweza kupatia habari hiyo. Asante. Hivi sasa tuelekee upande wa pili tuweze kwenda kuona ama kutizama zile
So officers, this is the recovered Jericho pistol that was used in the fatal shooting of the late Dr. Victoria Mutiso.
Thank you, sir. The exhibit before you is exhibit E, which is a Jericho 941 FBL model, and the serial number for this firearm is 47302127, and it also has police markings KE KP 47802127 with its magazine, and the magazine has a capacity of 14 rounds. And this is the firearm that is under active investigation as the DCI has contacted us.
Now we can move here.